Alright.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
Let's get going.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of unit terrorists beneath Wells. Report any sightings.
As you can see, I'm in a different area. I played a little bit last night.
Have you seen this man?
This is not a playthrough, so I'm freely just doing everything humanly possible, even off camera, so... Just a word of warning, this stuff will probably be skipping quite a bit.
Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm
Sounds
curious,
good.
even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Can I have a freaking dumb response?
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Not sure.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. We'd be grateful for your assistance. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Alrighty.
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Damn.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Alright.
Where are we headed? Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms? What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I just met her. How could I be? All I know is I want to talk with her more. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident. Where are we headed?
I could... So. Yeah.
This is Halcyon.
Get parts for the radiator.
We interrupt your regular.
Trying to gather everything humanly possible here to do. There is a decent amount. Already been through there. Nothing here as of yet.
If it's between the unreliable and the rest and go, I believe I'll sleep on the ship.
Are you listening to me, Emfuru?
I'll talk to her now.
You can't keep me at it. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight.
What is this about your friend?
Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Sorry about that. I had to get some water.
Good luck getting to Jessie. And better luck if you do. She's a real piece of...
What seems to be... If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take...
Okay. There is more stuff here. Now I have to go up there. Go in there. But I'll do this first.
Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? Mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
Yeah, what's up, Mac?
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though.
This is the Outer
Place is
Worlds.
probably crawling with outlaws.
It's the same company, not the same team, but the same company that made Fallout New Vegas. It's not the same team that made New Vegas, it's the same company. So it kind of has a Fallout cross Mass Effect kind of feel. But it's not even close to any of those games. It's its own kind of thing.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease.
To the last rat is on rotten time. Leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Yeah, so isn't that what they all say?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Yeah, you're hiding from the board.
Now, I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me,
I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh? Okay, going quiet.
Phew. Go back in there and check the other rooms.
Looking sharp.
Ooh, that's a bloody mess. Phew. Back in we go. That one's a picking of the lock. So close it. And pick the lock. Got out of there by the skin of my damn piece.
CNP beer maple syrup. Taste beer this complete breakfast.
Okay. That. Let's carry what do I got? I got a good amount. Let's fix this place. Let's get those parts.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now. We'll parley with the king. Where did that shooty crystal go? Shoot on sight, jesters!
Even the
Here they come.
I never done that version of it before. And that's probably why. Oops.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew.
Point.
Welcome.
We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Oh, I have no dumb options? That sucks.
Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Eh.
Incoming.
Damn, nice knockdown. Got that one. What the hell? Asshole.
I'm out! Reloading!
Level 9. La 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 la. There we go. Okay. I got a whole bunch of junk. So much stuff, and ammunition being the main one. Ammunition being the absolute main one. But first, let's worry about leveling all this up. That's up to 40. That's in the 30s. This is in the 40s. So I think this is good enough for now. You do something like that. There we go. Put in my hand, and I will take my stand. The Montag. The flamethrower. Taking as much shit as possible. Oh, mod. Nice.
It's so cozy.
There we go.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place, or cut them off.
looting as much as humanly possible. Hey, that's a pro tip for any game. Loot, 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 and loot. Loot everything. Take my stand. Grab all this. Grab that. And jump down. Now there is another way up. Or at least I thought there was. I don't know. Meaning I thought there was another way up via ladders.
Everyone all right?
Yes, everyone is all right. Dude, you did good, team. You did good. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Incoming. Well done. We're still alive.
Yes, even though you sound like you're about to have a freaking goddamn heart attack.
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. That's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Yes, please leave this room. I want to loot. And take everything.
Good, we're in.
There we go. What in my hand? Aha. Taking that. Take all this shit, yes sir. Now it's time to go get my frigging. Time to go in here and get what I came here for. Well, pretty much everything has been grabbed.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now
There
we
we
can
go.
move on to cleaner pastures.
There we go. Didn't realize it already had come up.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
The controls are in the back of the machine.
the heck is that little bugger? Oh, there. There we go.
Here they come!
By the law, we are unstoppable.
Yeah, these little random streams will probably vary in length and how long or when I do them and stuff. So it'll vary in length. Just to give a word of warning. Also because I have and also one of the reasons is I have an idea for something I want to do, and I have the creative urge to create, so I want to get to that as fast as possible. But I also had the itch to stream a little bit, so. So, here we are. So I'm going to do that before I go off and do what I want to do. Before I go off and do another thing I want to do anyway.
Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky.
Hey, don't worry, the thing I'm going to create you're going to, you'll see it on CPW at some point. You'll see him on, you'll see him or her or both or whatever. You'll see those characters or that character on CPW at some point. And I say at some point because I don't know when. Because I'd rather try to use other people's characters rather than at least mainly focus on my own. I'm trying to focus on everybody. I'm trying to focus on everybody as much as possible. And I know, just like last year, it's not gonna work, but I'm at least gonna try my best to get to everything and to get to everybody. So.
Incoming.
System begin.
Yeah, the plasma's gonna work a lot better because the plasma's gonna run right through him like freaking a knife through butter. There we go. I know shock works a lot more. There we go.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says, cycle droplet pumps.
Here we go. Try to loot as much as possible. Looty, loot, loot, loot. Don't look like there's anything here. Okay, sounds good to me. Ah, but there is stuff over here. That's the best kind of stuff. Money! There we go.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
I mean, if you find your way out, I think it's obvious that you're a couple bricks shy of a full load. I mean, just look at your name, for heaven's sake. I mean, who names their kid Wanda Dumbass? Whee! The head of the clan of Damas.
Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
Here we go.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Yeah, but gotta love that shoestring budget. Shipping is a family business?
The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gang, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Was it a big change?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a skin that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got... You're right, I don't.
You don't seem
the
to
board is
have
after
faith
two
in the
things,
board.
bits and power. And they only get
Which
it
I
by
don't
sticking
know
their nose where it
why.
doesn't
It's not
belong.
like they're bureaucrats or anything.
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
That would be a good positive change.
You've got my...
Ain't no but in my hand. Ain't no but I will take my stand. 'Cause it's the princes of the universe. Riding your free. Ain't no but in my hand. Alright.
This is Halcyon News.
Oh, another silver tongue.
Regularly scheduled advertisement for...
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon.
All those numbers are
They're
confusing
beside
me.
the point. I just mean, you got limited time before the equipment goes non-functional. You see? Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
And that's our problem, how?
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief. I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
That's righty.
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Alright.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information needed.
Should claim the bounty and then get us get us a new companion.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
How goes the hunt? Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off. I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardet's backs, the Mardets have got yours. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
Sounds goody. Level 10. $50. Probably not. There we go. That's already to 50. Lying is already to 50. Damn. I think the rest should go to weaponry. And then focus on, like, lockpicking afterwards. Yeah, because the next level, when I reach level 11, both of these will be at 50. This will be at 50. Then I can... I can get this to 50, these to 50 by 1. You know, these guys, and then use 3 up, and then go all the way down here and start with like the stealth, so I can get hacking and shit, or I could go to like engineering if I really need to. But so far I don't really need to go more engineering because I already have enough engineering, and I don't really want to level up science anymore. Even though I kind of do want to get it to 60 because of the ability to repair shit. That repairing will become like the weapon will become pristine. So that's kind of cool. So I kind of want to get to that, but whatever. It's what it is. Do that. Yeah, get better prices. So let's give these guys a perk. Chance finding mods. Yes, sir, Bob. I will do that. And hacking. Next up is that.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar gel flakes and purple berry flavored sour nuggets. Now with 1% more
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient,
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my
What in the
favorite
heavens
scruffy
earth
freelancer?
gave that away? Is there any dumb options?
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Did you know him
He
well?
was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Alex never mentioned him.
Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Pursued and dumb. Can't she work for you till she earns back what she owes?
I believe the captain is proposing an indenture contract.
Say anything about her teeth. She's got to be worth more alive than dead.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. And their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
I'm doing all these hoping for a freaking gosh dang stupid response.
I send a lot of messages. Sometimes I read them. Every once in a while, I'll impound a ship if I want to feel alive. Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it. Gracious, no. I can't imagine what gave you that idea. I only facilitated communication between the board and Chief Tennyson. It's not my fault she was stubborn. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not Junlei's.
My, aren't you, excitable. Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference. I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, I've heard those type of back-ass
You've
apologies
noticed my
before.
friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. I'll admit, you've caught me quite off guard. No, I'm afraid there isn't any pie to be had.
That's fine. I prefer cake.
I don't reckon that's quite what Mr. Udon meant, Captain.
Anyway, Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask away.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, And you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
There we go. There we go. All right. So save up. Alright, so I think that's about it for today, or at least it should be. This has been fun and very relaxing. I like doing this because it is very relaxing. And it also helps me get back into streaming, at least more so than before. And prepare for more random games, whether it's more of this, whether it is anything else that's in my collection. Prepare for those as the road to the newer games that are coming out sometime this year which is Cyberpunk and the Avengers game. So more CPW. I don't think it's gonna be this weekend, but anything is possible. So yeah, I hope to catch you in the next stream. I'm Against Us 20. Remember, keep a step back handy, and as always, at Victorial. Hope everybody has a great rest of your Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And this stream is